Hello and welcome back to Company of Heroes. It's back, and I still suck at it, but I played two. One of them were just on a four-player map against an easy American computer and score of all of them, even though he was normal and the American was easy, so that I could win that fairly easily. It wasn't a walk in the park, but it was fairly easily, fairly easy. And then now I just Biaux Lowlands, totally how you are supposed to pronounce it. Just a 1v1 against an easy computer. Once again, playing as the German. And this is a recorded game, so things will go a little bit faster. I guess we'll have 4x speed.
Get ready for action, pioneers.
We'll see how we do here. I do my usual tactic and just produce a bunch of pioneers. A Wehrmacht quarters and Volksgrenadiers, which do survive until the end, by the way. Has some firefight here, which obviously ended in my favor because I had Volksgrenadiers. But I did lose a pioneer squad there. Started to lock the place down with a few observation posts. Yes, that's what they are called. I'm just trying to take as much territory as possible. It's already looking pretty good. We control more than half of the map. But then he decides to crash my party. Take that area. And we've destroyed their observation post here. He goes around with his annoying engineers all the time and recaptures things. And yeah, I didn't really do anything here. Well, trying to recapture that place. Luckily, he decided to leave this place for now. Still in pretty good control here. But now I have no units on the left-hand side of the map. That's something I noticed. There are more things coming this way. But I pretty much decimate the whole rifleman squad and I just retreat. Build a half-track.
Ready for orders.
Because I love half-tracks. They are the best. At least when you upgrade them. I retreat the pioneers. And then he locks this place down because you don't want to lose it again, apparently. By now I decided to let's win this with only the stormtroopers, pretty much. Let's not build any more other units. So yeah, that's what I do actually. I only produce these stormtroopers. Infantry, capture this munitions point.
Ready for duty.
We have a Flammenwerfer half-track, which I decided to go in with. Apparently there was a mine there, so it's heavily damaged crew either. I decided to repair this and not capture, but once I get to know these riflemen are gonna take this point,
Reserves hold an assault force for us.
I want
They need
to.
deployment location.
I want to
We are losing territory.
move this over there, but it's still got a broken engine, which I notice right around kind of now. So I return with it. There's no point. I can't catch those riflemen. We have recaptured this area. Still got this munitions point under our control. By the way, this is also under observation post. I did miss putting one on this one. It would have gotten me a lot more munitions. And now we got machine guns. So I'm gonna tell you one thing. Maybe. A lot of the time I'm like wanting to save my munitions for later. For bigger operations. So for if you drop down some airborne as well. At least against normal computers you can do that. Are in a very bad position. For some reason he decides to drop down an airborne here. I don't know why he did that, because I'm gonna slaughter him. Also we've got this senseless battle, which we cannot win. He's retaking this area now. I do have a machine gun team here still, which I do want to put in a position so that they cannot recapture this place again. Retreating, and while that's happening I have units in the base doing nothing. Yeah, I can still improve a lot, that's for sure. Anyway, what I was saying, I want I usually did just do the high cost munition things like big bombardments and stuff, but I really think I should do more.
Heavy infantry reporting.
I mean more much more of that I should do, because that actually makes a difference, especially if you keep your squad alive and you can use it for a very long time, the machine guns that you have. So we are in control now. I mean, we got more units down here, and we still have defense here any longer because I put the machine gun crew down here instead. Actually, I do produce
MG crew on me.
a couple, well, one more machine gun crew because I felt like I needed it. But other than that, I don't. But I mean, I should do it instantly.
The enemy advances.
There you go. Or there I go. These engineers actually recapture a lot of points, but there's no use because I cut him off before he could gain anything on it himself. But it's still annoying. Got some battles here. I am in control because I do have more better weapons than he does. I upgraded his grenade there because I could feel that it was only an infantry battle at this point so far. So there was no reason to actually upgrade to Panzerschrecks or anything like that. Now we got two machine guns teams defending both of these areas. Still have some troubles over here. Seems like I missed that grenade. Annoying.
We now have assault capability. The enemy is seizing our territory.
Still seizing a lot of territory. But I find out I recognize that, oh yeah, the stormtroopers actually have a camouflage ability. That's when I really thought about actually taking on his camp without any vehicles. And this is where I totally missed that there is an anti-tank gun there, which took out my half-track, which is bad. And that is why I upgraded these guys to have Panzerschrecks.
Pioneers have captured munitions location.
Recapture this point with their pioneers. Still trying to fend off his units though, while I capture. So I don't want more units to go back and recapture the things that I've just captured again. I finally moved these Volksgrenadier. And now I just pawn these airborne with anti-tank gun. So they have nothing to defend themselves with. And they're dead. And now I go take on this mortar team. Or not. Or yes. Yes I do. But unfortunately they have heavy machine gun there, so... Now a bunch of units just standing around. Great. And an observation post. I didn't notice it had a munitions point high here, but I didn't think enough to actually put an observation post up on top of mine, which is kind of bad. Here is where I go into camouflage. We're entering the end of the battle, pretty much completely. I don't remember that at all. But he died there, so I retreat there because there was nothing I could do. Still standing around with my Volksgrenadiers. I don't think I knew there was an observation post there, so it was a while until I actually did capture it back. And now I start upgrading every stormtrooper squad with Panzerschrecks. Otherwise, I think it would have gone... It would have been a long time until I destroyed the enemy camp. At this point I'm trying to get into their base camouflaged so I can get behind one of these machine gun emplacements so I can get more squads in here.
We are losing ground.
And pioneers against a mortar team, not the greatest idea maybe.
We captured munition location.
And there I go, capturing that munition position. I move the
MG crew on me.
heavy machine gun crew up a little bit so they can cover an arc, kind of like this whole area. But I failed to do so with this crew. I needed to put him up closer to this point. But I forgot to do that. And now again he just drops in right on top of my squads and gets pretty much decimated. And I had to retreat there because of bloody anyway, nothing really happened right now. You can see on the tactical map here.
We're losing a sector.
Do engage this mortar crew eventually. I recognize they actually did shoot eventually, or not. Maybe not. Wasn't looking there, I guess. Not yet ready to move in, but I soon will be. I moved it up, but not fast enough, so they could actually decap this point. Which is not what I wanted. I wanted to win with every point captured, but yeah, it's just not happened. Deployed. Have quite a few injured ones down here. And you see here more Panzerschreck upgrades. And then he owned my area, similar to these machine gun guys. He's still over, but I don't really do anything with it for the whole of the battle. And here we go. Here's the main assault force. Before we do that, though, he does have an armored car here. I don't remember what actually happens to it. Gotta follow, see what happens. Okay, that's interesting. Do kill these airborne eventually, although they're kind of running away.
Enemy munitions taken.
Of course,
Wait, let me remove the cotton from my ear.
anti-tank gun cannot really defend against that.
Fire from airborne unit!
Again, engineers can't really cross the bridge with really be effective. You see the amount of resources I have I'm not really using. Like, what do I do with all the fuel? If you're not going for tanks, what do you do with the fuel? That is something I don't really know. Okay, so he retreats with that armored car.
Gun loaded and ready, Mynheer.
But then what? I've moved in my camouflage unit behind the machine gun emplacement, but I don't really... I do believe these... Yeah, they do have... Yeah, they do have Panzerschrecks. And now he's feeling the pressure from this area, so he tries to go through here for some reason with a machine gun team. But of course he dies because he wasn't set up when he got there, while I was. So, you know. That's the problem here. I can't really defend this whole area with only one team, but you know. It doesn't really do anything with his armored car, by the way. Now I recaptured this point. And I've destroyed this place as well. So now I move in my main force. Probably. Come on. Move in these guys, but now it's getting pretty ugly here. And the machine gun team actually dies. But we have this going on, which is very effective indeed.
We are losing territory.
I don't know why he's not defending. And his HQ is down, even though he is decapturing a lot of things. And I move my machine gun team down here to defend the situation, but this instead. I guess that's the armored car then. Hang on. Did we just miss something? Can we go back? I guess we can't. I don't think we can. Not that fast. I thought something was being produced in his motor pool that I destroyed, and I thought... Well, yeah, his place just gets decimated. And I can't really do anything against the machine gun team right there. Now I decide to move up the anti-tank team, but there's like no reason for it. And look at this, 0 casualties in this assault force, which is interesting to say the least. This is usually what you see the enemy do. Normal computer and stuff. And there's that is the battle. Slowly losing, like the first 2 battles I did, or 3, I guess. Yeah, I also do like losing with, you know you're gonna lose, but you don't know when. That I like. In those cases, I like losing, but otherwise, it's fun to win, honestly. So yeah, very refreshing. I think I wanted to play some British, man. Not sure what kind of setup I'm gonna do for that. I'm probably gonna make it so that it's as even as possible. I noticed that I did have the urban assault support, but I never did deploy one, even though I could have. Because I didn't want to involve any machinery, I guess. Anyway, I think that's gonna be good for one video. Not the longest video ever, but maybe they shouldn't be. Maybe next time we'll do a live one. We'll do a live British. Me playing as British battle. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.